Okay, I'm here to answer the burning question. How do you chop parsley? Well, it sounds pretty simple. It basically is. And I've seen people stumble and fumble through the chopped parsley business here, okay? So let me give you a quick run through on how I recommend that you do it, okay? First, you take yourself a nice bunch of parsley. Now, some cooks would have you pick all of this off of the stems. That suggests that there's something not good about the stems, and that's not correct, okay? Here's what I suggest you do. I suggest you take the roots off, and you take that and put that in your stock pot, this here, okay? Now you have this handful of parsley with a minimal amount of stems because you took the flowers, the top of the parsley off, okay? And you have it in a ball in your hand, okay? And you set it on a table. And you hold that ball and you chop it real small the very first time you slice the parsley, okay? And you chop it across, and you keep chopping it across. So how fine you want it, that's up to you. I recommend medium fine at the very least. Now there's such a thing as doing this with a second knife, of course. One might think that that's twice as fast, but it isn't necessarily twice as fast. Important thing is that the first time you chop it, with the very first slice, you have it balled together tight and you make that a fine chop. Then you got 75% or the lion's share of the chopping done with the very first slice. Okay, now we're going to take this chopped parsley and I'm going to show you how to wash it. I'm going to put it in a towel, right dead in the middle of the towel. And now I'm going to bring you over to the sink and I'll show you how to wash it out, wring it out, and put it on a pan to store it in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. Let's go to the sink. Okay, I'm finishing the answering of the question at the sink of how to wash the parsley that we just got through chopping. Okay, here we go. I got that parsley trapped inside this little rag in a ball. I'm going to run some cold water on her. Okay. Now we're going to wring it out. That's going to make it nice and green, by the way. The fact that I added the water. A lot of green water going down in the bottom of that sink, though, I might say. So it's all wrung out because parsley that's wet, of course, you can't store because it will go bad on you right away because it's wet. So then you just dump your parsley, which is nice and dry now, on your plate. See there? Now you can plastic wrap that or put it in a little smaller container, of course. I wanted to put it on a plate so you can see how nice and loose and dry it was after we wrung it out, see? And then you put it in your fridge, and as long as it's nice and dry, you can keep it for 1-2 days tops, and it's still good. So there you go, chopped parsley.